Well, a very good morning and welcome back to Almada on the outskirts or the suburbs of Lisbon for the third and final day of competition at this Lisbon Grand Prix. I'm delighted to be sitting alongside former world champion Dennis van der Geest. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning. Final day. So 3 days of judo here in Portugal. First time Grand Prix here. Some good results for the Portuguese. That's really nice to see every time when you have a Grand Prix in your own country, that you also have the competitors that are capable of winning medals, and that is good. Well, today, in my opinion, one of the biggest stars, of course, in the Portuguese judo is Ponceca. He will be fighting today, and it's really nice to see him in his own country, the world champion. Let's see in what shape he is, because sometimes he is absolutely amazing. Sometimes he loses quite easily, but I think for sure he wants to show something to the home crowd.
We will see what version of Jorge Fonseca we get today, and it won't be that long, because the under 100 kilo category, that's going to be on mat 2. We should look forward to that. We have 5 weight categories for you, 3 for men, 2 for women. The 3 men's weight categories are the under 90, the under 100, and the plus 100 kilo categories. And the women's weight category are the under 78 and the plus 78 kilo category. You can look at a few of the big names, if you like, and we'll start with the under 90 kilo category. Dennis, who's caught your eye there?
Well, that's again one of the categories where not the highest ranked fighters will be there. If you look at next week in Grand Slam in Paris, you see more high-seeded fighters. The highest one here today is Ustuperion. For me, a real strong fighter. So let's see if he is also capable of showing everybody here that he is the highest ranked. If I look at some other names, for me, it's really nice to see Jesper Smink. He's from the Netherlands. If it's possible for him to win a medal today. In his block there's also Egutice, the Portuguese.
Who's moved up from 81 to 90.
And I saw him fighting a few times. Really strong fighter, and for sure also today somebody to watch.
Kata is not a bad boy either, from Moldova in that pool D.
Yeah, so pool D is quite strong. Well, if we look at under 100 kilo, what I said before, we have Fonseca. Well, he has a bye first round, but then, will he be facing Sherzadishvili from Spain, who moved up from 90s till 100? Of course, world champion under 90s, and always a tall fighter in the 90s. So, and he makes really good use of his tallness in the 90 kilograms, and let's see if that's also possible in his new weight category. And he said, I'm here in Portugal because I need the points. I have to be seeded as soon as possible. So for him, it's really important to get some valuable points. But then, well, at least he has to win his first round, and then he will be fighting Fonseca. So that will be definitely a fight to watch.
Maybe you just want to mention quickly about the change in weight. I know we've got a couple of minutes left. Going up from 90 to 100, we don't know exactly how much weight he was cutting to get to 90s, but we do know from what he said that it was becoming, too difficult and too uncomfortable.
Sometimes when you see somebody going up one category, the category that is higher, sometimes it's a bit slower. It's more about power. The higher the weight will get. So if he still gets like his fast movements, what he has in 90, but if you look at the way Sherzadishvili is fighting, he likes the overhand grip, he likes strong pulling, he likes to make the uchimata from out of a really power situation. It's not a 90 kilo guy with shoulder throws and very fast techniques, because that is, I think, really difficult for the people who are fighting 100 kilos. But his style is maybe it will be difficult for him to make this step. But if he's capable, if he's strong enough to have the right grip like he had when he was a 90-kilo guy, then I think a lot of 100-kilo favorites are not so happy that he moved up. No.
Okay, the plus 100-kilo category for men then.
Kokauri, of course, former silver medalist at the World Championships. There's a Japanese, I don't know him, Nakamura.
No, new for us.
No, and I think definitely one other fighter that we want to see is Kim Min-young. That's the Korean, of course, already a bronze medalist at the World Championships. Also gold medal at the juniors. He's still 21. He won his first medal at the World Championships for seniors when he was 19 or something. Can he make the next step? He's a good fighter, but I think now in this next 2.5 years, he really have to make one more step to be really capable of also winning a medal at the Olympics.
Under 78-kilo category, I know Beata Pakut is the #1 seed from Poland. The #2 seed is from Israel in Lanier. #3 seed is Anastasia Turchin of Ukraine, and then #4 seed.
Turchin, for me, one of the favorites.
Yeah.
I like her style of judo.
I like Yelisaveta Litvinenko, the Ukrainian cadet European champion, very, very young, and they've put her in there, so we'll see how she gets on. Plus 78-kilo category then. Not so many, you know, not really big numbers there, so maybe we'll give that we'll give that a miss.
No, see, there are not so many fighters. Well, there's a Dutch girl fighting, so I will be watching that one. But for the 78, Turchin for me is like, I like this kind of fighting, you know, like spitting in your hands and just go for it. And sometimes she, after 1 minute, she already looks like she's completely done, you know, but then she can continue. And for me, a really interesting fighter always to watch her.
Right, 2 things before we get underway. I had a couple of people mention, they said, that Dennis is a big guy, isn't he? Well, he looks bigger because I'm that small. so that's one thing. And then welcome to everybody, wherever you may be watching. In particular, those people who are watching from a rainy Tobago this morning. Got a message to say it was raining there. Never mind, it might clear up later on and you can go off to the beach. Right, we're about to get underway. We're going to start on mat #2 with the aforementioned Nicholas Sherazadishvili. He's up against Odbatar Kangor of Mongolia. It's Odbatar in the white judogi, Sherazadishvili in blue. Sit back and enjoy the action. Yeah, it didn't take long for one of our picks to come to the mat. We'll find out what kind of form he's in as well.
Yeah, and this is also something that he did not have for quite a few years, because normally when he's fighting 90s, he's of course one of the seeded, and most of the time then you have a first round, you have a bye, and now he has just has to start this this day.
And what's really nice is to see him taller by a head than the Mongolian. Than the Mongolian. Here he is, because you know there's normally that size difference, and when it's 60 to 66, it's not really a big gap. No. But 90 to 100, I mean that's a sizable change, and yet he's still a half a head taller. He's got more of a beard going as well now. I haven't seen that before. You at home have the choice of tatami. You've got 3 mats on the go here. Down on mat #1 is João Pires of Portugal. He's up against Omar Sauri of Georgia. That's in the under 100 kilo category, another pool of the under 100 kilo category down there. And then down on mat #3, it's Batokdok Munkbaya of Mongolia up against Doston Meliev of Uzbekistan. In fact, Meliev has just won that contest down there. And I spoke about Yelisaveta Litvinenko. She's up next, so we get to see her. a youngster, as Loretta Cusack-Doyle says, a good youngster coming through.
I think for Sherazadishvili it is really good that he's fighting here not only for the points, if he's capable of getting some points here, but he really needs some time to grow into this new category for sure. And the reason why I'm saying this, because you can see this already in this fight. His tallness, that was one of his biggest, how do you say it, strengths.
Advantages, yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
And that changed, of course, a little bit in the 100 kilo category. Your opponents are a bit taller, stronger.
Yeah, it's also something for Sherazadishvili to get used to, the 10 kilo plus power that his opponents are going to have. Two penalties picked up by Odbatar, just one to Sherazadishvili, and maybe he just caught him on the nose there. And that can happen. It's a contact sport. Dennis van der Geest mentioned the indicator, one of the biggest indicators that the fighters get involved in a lot of grip fighting, and that's the amount of tape that they use on their fingers. Sherazadishvili is taped up both on the left and extensively on the right. So he's probably been involved in a few gripping exchanges.
Yeah, and if you know how important that right arm is for Sherazadishvili, then you understand why it's so completely taped, because that is the hand that he normally wants to have on the back of his opponent. But he's not taking too much risk, and I think Odbatar is doing a good job. Well, here it is, the right hand. Can he make to Uchimata now?
Yep.
Yeah, that's enough for Wasari, I think.
It's away from the referee, it's on the other side, and I think his colleagues will tidy that up for him. But for me, I thought that was worth it. Well, okay.
Well, I've seen Wasaris in the first 2 days that were given easier, but this one they let go.
Odbatar lives to fight another day.
Yes, and is here in the golden score now against the world champion under 90. And sometimes he comes in with a good left attack. Sherazadishvili is not completely comfortable to get the grip that he really likes. He's now searching for this third Shido. Yeah, this is... Yeah, well, for me this is also a score, you know? He really pushes him on the ground. But he gets away with it. Here, it's over. That was the left score, the left attack I was talking about. And you saw that Sherazadishvili wasn't comfortable.
Well, well, well.
So he's out. It's Odbatar who wins in quite a strange fight. close to a third Shido. I think the Uchimata from Sherazadishvili was maybe good enough for Wazari, but they did not give it. And left against right, it's difficult for Sherazadishvili.
He's thinking about a Yoko Sotemi here, isn't he? He moves into this position, he wants to take it, and he just leaves himself open.
Yep.
Because he makes the movement and then he freezes. And he's back on his heels, a little hook with the left leg from Odbatar, and over he goes.
Well, credits for Odbatar, but for me, it's a shame that we don't see Sherazadishvili fighting Ponceca, but...
Not for Ponceca.
No, it will be in the future, maybe.
We'll have to wait for that one. Right.
But this was really clear what the problem for Sherazadishvili is. It will change maybe in a few months. He has to get used of this new category. But his favorite grip, close to his opponent, well, that was also because of his tallness. That were the strengths he had in the 90s, and he has to work out with new competitors, stronger competitors, 10 kilos heavier.
We're already into the next contest.
Yeah, I'm still...
No, that's okay. We're still, waxing lyrical about Odbatar having overcome Sherazadishvili.
I
mean, that was a surprise.
Also with almost the score and things like that.
Yeah.
It was like waiting for a third Shido, and then he threw Sherazadishvili for a Nippon.
Well, we've got round one of the under 78 kilo category taking place now. Yelisaveta Litvinenko of Ukraine up against Batarsuk Ganzaya of Mongolia. Litvinenko in the white judogi, Batarsuk in blue. There's no score as yet. We've already had a minute and 15 seconds or so. Litvinenko had a chance on the mat edge to apply Sangaku Gatami, but that didn't come off. Still only 17 or 18 years old, I think, Litvinenko. Uchimata effort from Batarsuk. Managed to turn off that. Not sure how much of that was her turning out, or Batarsuk not getting the direction right. Good grip around the back and taking control,
Yeah. Ippon scored by Litvinenko. The Mongolian tried to make the hip throw, but there was completely no balance.
She also got that right leg hooked in at the back, just enough to help.
But she just fell over.
Yeah, she was going that way.
She put in the left leg, but without any confidence.
Yeah.
So this was quite easy to counter-attack.
Yeah, Litvinenko not having to do a great deal there. Off balance from the Mongolian. Right, Won Jong-hoon of the Republic of Korea goes up against Georgi Berashvili of Georgia. One in the white judogi, Berashvili in blue. This is in the under 100 kilo category. A little attempted Kataguruma from one there, that failed. Mongolia have sent quite a number of fighters. And later this year, they have the next edition of the on the IJF World Tour will be going out to Ulaanbaatar. We hadn't been there for a few years. They've been off the circuit for a while.
Looking forward to it.
Terrific, yeah. They're incredible interest in judo in Mongolia, so that should be good. And they are celebrating 50 years of Mongolian judo this year. So no doubt there'll be some big celebrations.
I really love to watch on the internet to this Mongolian wrestling style. Sometimes when they do it outside, if you just put in Mongolian wrestling and snow, for example, and you see them standing outside in the snow wrestling. It looks like judo. It's great. It's in their DNA.
I think I'll give the snow wrestling a miss, Dennis.
Yeah, but you're sitting with a blanket here, so I don't know. We are in Portugal, but it's not that warm here in the venue. But real men have no problem with that. But my fellow next to me sitting with a blanket. Well, where's your blanket?
Well, I was yesterday. I've warmed up today. And it was slightly embarrassing, being here with a blanket, and there you were with your jacket off and perspiring. I better toughen up.
Well, Beriashvili just failed to finish this fight earlier. He scored a Wazari. They came straight into a Newaza. He had to hold down, but now he can try to get the leg out again. Referee calls mate. Oh, okay. Well, we have a small part of this tatami that we have to fix afterwards. Look at this. Oh, yep.
The term that we use for that is buried.
Well,
he got buried.
This is the Georgian Uranage that we love to see. That was, yeah. Let's see the slow-mo one more time. Oh, I love this. Look at the lift. Ooh, okay. Well, Beriashvili wins his fight.
Yeah, buried by name and buried him in it. We shouldn't laugh, should we? It's not right.
No, laugh. Yeah, well, I'm a judo lover, and if I see a big ippon like this, it's not about one. It's one of the biggest throws I've seen in this last few days. So yes, Uranage like that makes me happy.
Right, let's give this one a go then, Dennis. Akil Murodbek Kudayeberdiev of Uzbekistan.
Kudayeberdiev, yes, from Uzbekistan.
Up against Joris Agbegninu,
yes,
of France. It's Kudayeberdiev in the, Kudoyeberdiev in the white judogi, Agbegninu in blue. And for those of you that thought it was difficult to say Agbegninu, that's just beginner's work when you've got Akil Murodbek Kudoyeberdiev. That's a bit tricky,
Yeah.
Neil would like that one.
Agbegninu, the brother of Clarice. And that is nice to see that judo runs in the family there.
Yeah, I saw a Malonga early on, one of the guys, but I don't think that is the brother. They just happen to have the same name. And it wasn't from France either. Yeah. Although judo absolutely ran in your family. Jeez.
Yes.
You know, generations.
Yes. New generation coming up. Yeah. My oldest son, Dutch champion. So I don't want to give him too much pressure. But
well, you just did there because everybody knows about it now.
Yeah.
What weight does he fight in?
Well, under 100.
He's getting there then.
Yeah, he's 17 years old. He's quite big. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah. We're talking about pressure. Well, what do you think? Will this guy have the pressure of? Well, there's somebody in his family who won quite a few medals.
I don't know why I feel like saying no. But the only thing that I can think of, my first reaction is no, and that's because the gap is so
big.
vast.
Yeah.
You know, so okay, your sister is a mega superstar.
Yeah, but I think we're giving the answer already by talking about it.
Well, in that case, he does come under pressure, or else we wouldn't have even mentioned his name.
No.
We may have moved to Tummy, you know. But well, yesterday, Jeroen Kata, for example.
Yep.
He was out fairly early on. Is that some pressure? Yeah. If there isn't another Kata in the, you know, on the list, then you may get tempted to say, oh, let's go and have a look. But yeah, I think to answer the question, whenever you are, you know, whenever you carry that name.
Yeah, well, you're also proud, of course, of what the results.
I suppose at the moment, well, without any doubt, at the moment the most famous, you know, siblings are the Abbes. You got both of them.
Yeah, but they're just winning everything.
Yeah.
Both. So, well, but you got a gold medal at the Olympics. Well, I got a gold medal at the Olympics.
Well, I remember that famous photograph of you and your brother at the European Championships.
Yes.
One year. I think there was another one with Dad, you know, in the middle with the son. So, you know, you didn't do that badly.
No, and my brother also didn't do badly. No, and it's, for us it was really a very nice period in our life that two brothers and they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So you discussed judo, you're making randori with each other, you're going to the same training camps, to the competitions. That's also something special when you can share that with your brother or with your sister.
Well, you know, there've been a few.
So 4 minutes gone. Golden score. Makikomi
fell away too quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, but it's Agbagnanu for me who has the stronger grip every time. The hand on the back. That looks a bit more dangerous than what Kudoberdiev shows. That is close to a score, I think. Yes, there was Ari on the board and it's in golden score. So it's over. It's Agbagnanu who wins his fight. shoulder throw, and then afterwards a really good push with his feet. Crawling forwards until the score is there. Next fight, L.A. Smith III from the United States of America against Cardoso from Portugal. The American, we've seen him for years and years in the World Tour. This is already his 20th Grand Prix. But, never was close to a medal.
I take my hat off to someone like L.A. Smith.
Good Uchimata also.
And the reason for that is he got knocked back so many times.
Yep.
You know, first round, you know, traveling to all the tournaments, time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just coming for one fight, then, you know, being sent all the way back to the US, and yet here he is again.
Yeah,
and you can see that he's got some stuff about him.
That's it. That is because sometimes I see a fighter and he comes to a lot of competitions. And then after 1 or 2 years, I think maybe you should stop, you know, the level is too high.
Yeah.
But if I look at this guy, he has some good judo techniques. He always goes for it. He always fights hard. Many fights also against really higher ranked. He's giving them an absolutely hard job to win. So for some reason, every time I think it is possible for him to win a medal at a Grand Prix. And maybe this is his day. You know, the level is not the highest. Sherazadishvili is already out. Well,
why not? he is in that half as well. I mean, if he's scored again.
Yep.
Nice finish.
So it is Smith who wins with 2 really nice scores. Cardoso out. People are applauding. So it was a nice Uchimata and afterwards this Tayatoshi. So he shows some good judo skills. And Cardoso injured himself a little bit. And we see some really nice sportsmanship as well on the tatami now. But it's Smith. And because there are not so many competitors, he's fighting Agbegnanu in the quarterfinal. So,
and given the background, you could think that a win like that would have him so pleased and pumped and celebrating and everything, and he was walking over to his opponent to help him up.
He's here with a mission.
Yeah.
No, but that would be a story after 20.
How many?
20 Grand Prix, 15 Grand Slams. And, well, that would be something if he will be at least in the final block. He has 2 chances to get into the final block, winning the quarterfinal, or if he loses the quarterfinal, he will be in the Repercharge.
Yeah.
So a chance for Smith from the United States of America. Here we have Ponceca, the Portuguese star in judo, starting the way he does so often, really aggressively.
Yes, he could reasonably have been expected to be facing a different opponent and possibly was already preparing for that. And then there he is, instead going up against Odbatar Kangol.
It always goes different.
Yeah.
You know, laying in your bed, watching the draw, and well, then you just ride it out, like this will happen, and then in the end, it's always different. So Ponceca is not fighting Sherzadishvili because it was this Mongolian, Otbatar, who threw Sherzadishvili for Ippon not that long ago. Well, yes.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I think the stop was too big.
Yes, and that's why Cho In-chul, the referee, has said, nope.
And again here, with a bit of risk, look at the Mongolian. There was...
That is definitely
we've seen
stop,
that with Sherzadishvili also.
Yeah.
This guy is...
Not easy.
Not easy.
The only thing that he can't do is to keep up with the tempo.
No.
It's just too fast and furious. He's been watching that series of movies, hasn't he?
Yes, but there it is.
Yeah.
Ippon was given, and I think that's the right decision after multiple attempts on the right side, one-sided Seonages. This was the one for Ponceca. Was waiting for it. Kouchi feinting the attack to the other side and then jumped in again with the shoulder throw.
And what did they say in boxing? To save himself from any further punishment, the referee said, okay, we'll give this.
Well, the first landing is Wazari, of course, but he rolls over on both shoulders. So Ponceca in the quarterfinal against Beriashvili.
Good finish. Yeah.
The change to the heavyweights. Kokauri from Azerbaijan, former world silver medalist.
Stubbed his toe there.
Against Musumadi from the Ivory Coast.
I like to call these ones the super heavyweights.
Yep. Well, if you look at Kokauri, you have a point there.
Who did we mention yesterday? Janusz Wojnarowicz.
Yes.
The big Polish fighter. That
fight him many times.
Super
unbelievable.
Heavyweight.
Yeah. Well, the heaviest opponent I ever had was a guy from Spain.
Oh, Rauno.
More than 200 kilos.
I remember him.
And still capable of moving quite good with Harugoshis from both sides.
The same with Wojnarowicz. When he threw with Uchimata, it was beautiful. It just took so long, you know, to materialize.
For me, that Kokauri won a silver medal at the World Championships. That was, well, it felt a bit like, how do you say it when you have in music, you have those one-day flies.
Yeah.
And
was that in Baku, I think, against
Baku. Against the Georgian. Yes.
He threw him a couple of times, I think, in that final.
Because if you look at his track record, 3 bronze medals at a Grand Slam, at a Grand Prix, 1 silver. 21 times he fight in a Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's not a good return, is it?
No, yeah, well, of course, you know, there are a lot of fighters. Well, we were talking about Smith. Yeah, he would be dying for this one medal at a Grand Prix. But
you could expect more from
normally you
Kukaldi,
see, yeah. And then this one silver medal at the World Championships.
Sort of
stands out.
Stands out,
yeah, really stands out.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was also, there was no, how do you say it? It wasn't a foot sweep or something. It was just a kick. Yeah. Okay, it's Ippon from Kokori with his Aragoshi.
He decided to stop any further punishment.
Yeah.
Nice finish.
Puts his weight in here.
I like the little grimace on the face at the end. Well,
here we have Chalahu Grigoras from Spain against Nakamura from Japan.
About whom we know very little.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's with the whole Japanese team here. Also, this heavyweight from Japan is his first time abroad. Never fought in the World Tour. He's fighting a real big guy from Spain. I was in the elevator this morning next to this guy. Almost 2 meters. There was Ari scored by Nakamura. And also the Osai Komi is given. So the next contest, Nadaye from Senegal against Lee from the Republic of Korea. Big Makikomi on the, well, the hip throw on the belt here. Oh. That was a good replay. Nadaye, multiple African champion. And on the belt there from the Korean. Again. Well, with 2 Shidos on the board, that wasn't the smartest thing for Lee to do. Well, it's over. It's Nadaye who wins by 3 Shidos. It was too easy the way Lee walked out of the tatami. If you know that you have 2 Shidos on the board, then you have to be cautious when you're on the side of the contest area. Sipoc from Hungary, Nascimento from Brazil. Sipoc for me, one of the new guys that could, well, make a few more steps in the next few years. Good judo. Was a silver medalist at the Junior World Championships last year. And if I look at him, I can see the that he has it in his body, that it could, well, he could get a little bit further, but I think he still lacks a little bit of power. But that's one of the more easy things to achieve. Just go to the gym every day. Learning a good judo technique is a bit more difficult, but those techniques, he has them. He has the feeling for it. So we make the change. Oh. That was quite an easy roll. That was like in the final second, an ippon for Sipoc. Time was ticking away. Bad attempt by Nascimento, counter-attacked. Did not have to do so much, the Hungarian. Just a push with his left arm and with his legs, with his feet. Pachut, the highest ranked today. Won the European Championships last year. And she wins her first fight. She had a bye in the first round. Good Newasa skills here. The strangle, well executed. And she will be facing the winner of this fight, Kurbanbayeva from Uzbekistan or Paiva from Portugal. But it's Paiva from Portugal who is not able to compete. So it's Kurbanbayeva without any fight in the quarterfinal against Pachut later on. Brings us to Pool B, women under 78 kilograms. Yoon from the Republic of Korea against Litvinenko from the Ukraine.
I'm back just in time then.
Yes, you're one of your favorites.
Yeah. I just think that she's got some really good throwing skills. And for this weight category, if you were to choose a body type, this would be absolutely perfect. Tall, leggy, doesn't have to worry about the weight. 17 or 18 years old, just coming in at the right time. Got some good teammates around her with Anastasia Turchin. Absolutely perfect. So things look good on paper for Litvinenko. Now we need to see if she translates that from, cadet, European champion, up the scale, Nice movement, nice footwork. And speaking of Anastasia Turchin, she is on the adjoining mat. Yeah, both fighters guilty of avoiding to take a grip. The referee deciding she'd seen enough of patter cake, we call it. Hasn't changed what they've been doing, to be honest. They're both still patter caking around. One or other of these should get clever and decide to grip up. But they really are just dancing around.
The fight is only about the kumikata.
Yeah.
They both know exactly what they want. And if they don't have it, they're not doing anything.
They're not going to settle.
No.
Yeah.
So in fights like this, then the referee can make the change. Or
did.
Yeah, Jen just did, putting another Shido on the board.
And that really has to do with not the fact that Yoon has done more, but Litvinenko has done less.
Yeah, true.
Because there was only the one attack from Yoon, and that was enough to, tip the balance.
So the referee was waiting for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Litvinenko, she's waiting with this right arm. Because she thinks that if she throws this arm over the back of the Korean, that she's in danger. But she's in danger at the moment with the two Shidos on the board. So
time to take
I would just go for it.
Time to risk it, yes. Quite right. 15 seconds left to go. And because of the way that she has fought the contest, she really is on the edge here. She's been so, not coming forward. Spent so much time just sitting, waiting and hanging on. If that thread continues, she'll pick up the third Shido. And Yoon is clever here now.
Yeah, here you see what happens when she puts the right arm in the neck. You know for sure that Yoon will jump underneath with the shoulder throw. But you have to do something. I would say just put your leg inside with the Ouchigari, something like that.
Really needs to be proactive now, Litvinenko, and come up with something, or else Yoon is going to take this contest. Yeah. On the edge, I'm afraid, here. In danger of going out. Yep. Well, we'd been talking about that for a minute and a half. The possibility that she would pick up the third Shido.
And when we're talking about it, there's also a coach sitting there.
Exactly. He should be.
Yeah, well, if she's not doing it.
Yeah. Right, so unfortunately we're not going to get to see any more of Yelisaveta Litvinenko. She goes out at this stage. Coming up next, it is Emma Reed of Great Britain. She's up now against Petronella Pavic of Croatia. It's Reed in the white judogi, Pavic in blue. Little as she was to bring Pavic down onto her knees. Couldn't follow it up on the ground.
Croatia is doing really well here in Portugal. Country with the most medals. Gold medal, 2 silvers.
Top of the medal table.
Yep.
Wow.
Reed, who has a real strong grip. But now changed in the favorite for Pavic. And directly gets penalized as well. Well, she ducked underneath. Can she make the Uranage? No.
She's going to have to spend a bit of time with Beriashvili.
Yeah.
If she wants to.
Yeah, training camp in Georgia.
Yeah, to perfect that.
That can help.
That is definitely going to be on the highlights reel, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a good one. Well, she takes her time. And we can continue. Straight into the arm lock. I wanted to say something about this sumigashi on one side. I was like,
Yeah.
But I like the transition into the newaza.
As long as the sumigashi is attempted and not at the same time as moving into the arm. And I thought it was pretty close. I don't know about you. Got to be careful with that one.
Yep.
into the last minute. Little Ashi Waza.
It's under.
Got to be careful
it's
here.
Underneath. It's underneath. But she has the finger still to open up a little bit, but a lot strong push with the leg as well.
Yeah, had to
it's
go.
Over.
Yeah. No, he wants to cancel that. It's an unusual situation because...
Yeah, but I did not see it. It wasn't a tap. She
Yeah.
did not tap out.
No, and he thought that she'd gone out because she must have shut her eyes. So once you do that, he's going to say, okay, you're out. However, she opened her eyes immediately when she heard the ippon, and he realized, no, let's cancel that. I think that's what happened there. We won't be able to see him in the shot. That's the only thing.
No, yeah, well, he has a good...
yeah, he's right on top of it.
Yeah,
oh,
but
I see.
That
but
looked
leg,
like a tap
the hand on the leg,
on the hand.
Yeah.
With the hand on the leg.
But she was trying to get the leg off and miss.
Well, let's see.
It looks like a tap. So she wants to move the leg. Yeah, there's no tap there, is there? But she quite clearly
not the smartest thing to do, though. But
no.
She was in a really difficult situation
Absolutely.
at the moment.
We know from the result that it wasn't the shimiwaza, because she was quite clearly up and alert. But it's
but I've seen that more times, Shannon.
Right, okay.
When after they're like, well, no, I did not tap out or something like that. But because the shimiwaza was on.
Absolutely. But I also think that she was trying to avoid that the leg causing more pressure.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for Pavic.
But this is the right decision. I agree.
It's just unfortunate for Pavic, who could have, continued.
Continue strangling, yeah. But she, Reed also had her finger still close to her neck, inside her own lapel, so just gave her just a...
Oh, dear.
That's this strange situation.
I know, terrible.
If they give a score for it, well...
It's hard not to.
I won't complain.
It's hard not to. Look,
I've seen people getting scores for it.
Right. Okay. So things are evened up now.
Yeah.
In the books, I think we're balanced. And it shouldn't work that way, but it has, and I think it's right.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
This second Uranage attempt.
Now it's Reed's turn to work on the ground. This looks a lot stronger.
Yes, this is good.
Kamishio Gatami.
Into the hold down.
Just coming to the side a little bit now.
Yes, okay, there was Ari on the board. It's over because it's of course in golden score time.
Yeah.
So it's Emma Reed who wins this fight after almost 5 minutes. She was close by a loss with this strangle, but continued.
Right. Coming up next, we are going to go back to the under 100 kilo category. It's the first of the quarterfinals, and it features the home favorite, Jorge Ponceca.
You hear the crowd applauding for their world champion.
He's up against the dangerous Georgi Beriashvili of Georgia. It's Fonseca in the white judogi, Beriashvili in blue, and here is Dennis van der Geest.
And Wazari on the board after 10 seconds. And
he's got a whack to the mouth.
I like the way he changed it, the Kata. Normally he does it on one side, one hand on the sleeve, the other hand on the same side on the lapel. Now he changed and made it to Ippon Seonage. But well, yeah.
Well, they both got a whack.
Bit of boxing here.
Yeah.
Not on purpose though.
Well, I think that might have been.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Sorry, Dennis. he'd worn one here.
A bit lump. Oh!
Ooh! And he was going to make sure that Beriashvili wore one.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they gave a score for that. Wouldn't be.
Is it enough on his side?
Yeah, the lower half of the body just turns onto the front, doesn't it? There's the top, and then lower half he manages to get a turn, but we shall see.
Well, they have a bit of time to discuss because Ponceca is off the tatami now with this, well, yeah, knock on his mouth from the Georgian.
"23 years old, Georgi Beriashvili." Koshiguruma on both sides, apparently, he is well known for. I think he might be well known for the Uranagi after today.
Yeah, that was...
No score, we continue. Frantic now, pace. Kojigari from Ponceca just has Beriashvili turning off that, landing on his knees.
Well, it's a bit too obvious what Ponceca wants every time with this right shoulder throw. That gives the Georgian also time to react. He knows when Ponceca has his grip on one side. And this is definitely something Ponceca doesn't like, when somebody really fights him hard.
He just needs to stay with him as far as the tempo is concerned, Beriashvili. Right now, doing the right thing. Active, looking aggressive. And Ponceca.
Well, if Ponceca is not going to throw him, he will be having a hard time. Because this Georgian, yeah, he knows what to do, you know. But now you see it coming, you know. So it's, and then still it's difficult to defend, of course, because the attacks are really good
and strong.
But if you see Ponceca on one side, you know, okay, he's going to jump in with the shoulder throw or with the Osoto Otoshi on that side.
Well, Dennis van der Geest said earlier, we don't know what kind of condition a lot of the athletes are going to be in this early in the World Tour.
Yeah. So, well, if we look at Ponceca at the moment,
yeah.
But I've seen this many times from him. You know, in the first 1 or 2 minutes, he so aggressively puts so much energy in it.
Absolutely.
And then after 2 or 3 minutes, it's getting more difficult for him. So they both get a penalty. And I don't know for what.
The passivity for the Georgian and avoiding to take a grip from Ponceca, which I find difficult to give because he put in 2 or 3 attacks.
Yeah, so
which were not false, so how could he have avoided taking the grip? So they take that one away.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, well, we have to see this again because I don't know what kind of landing it was.
Yeah.
On the completely other side, though. Look. So we're discussing the shoulder throw, you know, the reverse shoulder throw, but this is really strange technique, but it's enough for Ponceca to score his second Rosari. Ponceca in the semi-final.
Beriashvili we'll see in the Repercharge. Not quite over for Beriashvili. And now we get a chance to see L.A. Smith. Again, this time he's up against Joris Agbegninu of France. It's Agbegninu in the white judogi, Smith in blue. A big hello to the Smith family watching in the United States of America. The family be watching, mum and dad, yeah.
We discussed L.A. Smith in his first fight that for him it is a chance today, but this is a real important fight for him because when he loses this fight he will be facing the Georgian in the Repercharge.
He might want to win it then. Tight
Can he
now.
get out?
Can't afford to lose this opportunity. No.
Clock is still ticking, but well,
yeah,
I think there's 10 seconds on the board,
but I think it was
before
8.
they already
Tokita was called, and they have tidied that up now. Yeah.
So normally after 10 seconds, of course, the Rosari is given, but it was like 1 second before that the referee.
Possibly 2, actually.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It was like 8 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Close by.
Yeah. Want to be on the edge of their seats early, maybe at breakfast in the States at the moment. Avoided that attack as well.
Yeah, but he got too close, Agbegninu. In my opinion, if you feel somebody's getting so close, you have to stretch out your arm.
And it's a big day in the United States of America for sports fans, especially LA's dad, because LA's dad played football, American football, and it's the NFC and AFC championship games today. So after they've watched the judo, it'll be American football all day.
Uchimata, what we've seen before.
Just trying to think who it is. I think it's the Cincinnati Bengals to play the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC game, and in the NFC one, it's San Francisco going to Los Angeles. The Rams. Good luck with that for those of you that like that particular sport. Low right-sided.
He has to get up a little bit, but now it looks like we're a big fan of L.A. Smith, of course, but for me, Agbegninu.
Oh, he turns him. That's it.
Ippon. Why hold him down for sure? No, yeah, because
yesterday.
Yeah, you never know for sure, but for me this was quite clear. Ippon scored by the American.
And the name of the technique?
Yeah, that's Uchimata's. Yeah,
Sukeshi. Yeah. The only reason I ask is because so many people were saying that we've gotten rid of it. No, we haven't. This is Uchimata Sukeshi.
Yeah.
And we didn't get rid of it.
Well, I understand this that there is a bit of
controversy about it.
Yes, because we when somebody puts into Uchimata and you like roll them over, that's not a score anymore.
That is not a score.
Yeah. So, but this is quite close to that same technique. So we
was
will
close.
be having a lot of discussions about this for sure.
But you're okay with that score?
Well, I was okay also with the other score, to be honest.
All right, okay.
But rules are rules.
Yeah, right. Smith into the semi-final. How good is that for him? And now we've got the quarter-final in the plus 100 kilo category. Ushangi Kokari of Azerbaijan goes up against Nakamura Yuta of Japan. It's Kokari in the white judogi, Nakamura in blue. And he's just guilty for a moment there of hanging on to the skirt of the jacket, but he's going to escape that, I think. But he picks up a penalty for... Oh, and he gets one for, for the leg. You can only get one at a time, though, can't you?
Hopefully. But it was Kokari who really tried to demolish his opponent, but without any technique. And that's also something I think like, okay, you can see that he's so much stronger, the heavier opponent here, but just pulling your opponent down to his knees without any technique. Well, then you can give the Japanese the Shido, but now I also want to see a technique from Kokari.
He's gone again with the below the belt.
Yeah.
Nakamura. That one was even more apparent. Oh,
yep,
sorry.
There he is.
Yeah, he's gone again. Second penalty.
But do you understand what I say about what Kokari is doing?
Yeah, he's
just trying to pull him.
To rough him, roughhouse him, yeah.
But without any technique, so...
Maul, I think, to maul him.
Yeah.
Ten to 1, Dennis, and we've already got some semi-finals lined up. This time he hasn't grabbed with the left hand, but what he is doing is using the elbow below the belt to keep him out. I just think that against this kind of mauling technique that Kokari is displaying, that Nakamura hasn't come up with a better defense than just blocking out. He's going to have to get better grips. He's got a better one here now. Yeah, it's really unattractive.
Yeah, but you know, you can see that Nakamura, he doesn't have the strength to resist against the power of Kokari.
He may be quite young and inexperienced. Anyway, Kokari picks up a penalty for stepping out of the competition area. Yesterday we were saying that a lot of the fighters from Japan may be from a collective university visit, and that's certainly the kind of impression that you get with his movement from Nakamura. Maybe he hasn't got the same kind of experience.
No, and his first time in the World Tour I thought, well, he throws Kokari for Ippon here. That's a good one.
Ouchigari, yeah. Best way to deal with it.
He was, again, completely overpowered. Look at his right arm. He makes the Ouchigari. He doesn't even have a grip with his right arm.
No, he doesn't. And the other thing is that Kokari has that over-the-top grip.
Yeah.
It's unusual there. And he says, okay, I'm still going to come up with the Ouchigari. He was the one who was dominating the grip, and he ended up getting thrown.
Good Ippon.
Good score.
Yeah, well, that's good to see that eventually it was the judo that wins, because Kokari was every time with the gripping, trying to pull him down to the ground without really good techniques. So for me, really nice that the Japanese won with a good judo technique in this quarterfinal. But they have to come back. Well,
Kokari has to bow, I think.
What are we going to do?
He just wants him to bow, that's all. Yeah.
Okay.
He just walked off without having bowed. Come back. Let's finish off properly. Dennis, finish off on that description of the Oji. Sorry.
I've fought a few years in a Japanese team. So I went to Japanese competitions, went there for team competition, and a lot of rules that we have here in World Tour, they do it a bit differently. So for this Japanese fighter, I just saw like getting 2 times the penalty for grabbing below the belt. This guy fights in a university somewhere, fights his fights maybe in the competition in Japan, and maybe they're like not so
less strict.
Yeah, not so strict about that.
Or it could be that he doesn't come up against people with that mauling style because they're all doing judo.
Yeah.
Kokauri did look particularly unattractive today, to be honest, in that trying to just muscle his way past Nakamura. And in the end, as Dennis said quite rightly, it was a neatly executed ojigari that brought Kokauri down onto his back.
One-handed. Yeah. And the Kokauri was so busy trying to get the grips and trying to bring this third Shido, crush him, that he forgot that we're also on a judo mat.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Right, up on mat number 2 now. Quarterfinal in the plus 100 kilo category. Umbagnik Ndeye of Senegal goes up against Sipoch Richard of Hungary. It's NDI in the white judogi, Sipoch in blue. There's no score as yet, and just as I say that, there is a score.
There's the Rosari, yes. And straight into the old, no. No, I said before, Sipoch is one for me that could make another step. He has it in his body, and with some good judo techniques. But one thing he lacks, in my opinion, is still the strength he needs, because he's not the tallest in this category.
He reminds me a little bit of the Finn at the moment, Martti Pulalainen.
Yeah, that's
Pumalainen. That's sort of just that little bit shorter.
Yeah, with good judo techniques though.
Jesper Smink has won his contest down on mat number 3. He goes into the quarter-final. We'll catch up with him shortly as we finish off on the slightly further advanced contests in the super heavyweights. We've been quite lucky, I think, Dennis, in having chosen mats where we've had a good mix in the various categories, whether they're male or female, and come up with some good judo.
And some surprises.
Egutidze and Gotanawaga are down on mat number 3. I think that might be one worth looking at, but that is still in round 2, and this is a quarter-final, so one of these is going to go to the semi-final. I think we better stick here. Sipoch still leads by Wazari with 1:28 left to go. Rafael Buzakarini has just taken to mat number 1. He's up against Adli Karimli of Azerbaijan. That contest just getting underway down on mat number 1. It's a Repercharge contest in the under 100 kilo category.
Here you can see, like, if Sipoch has more strength, he could easier outstretch his left arm, what he does now. Because if he stretches this out and pumps it away a little bit, then it would be more easy for him to win this fight Well, there's the second shoulder throw. Wasari on the board, so it's Ippon.
That'll do.
But that are the small things that can make him from, well, now a competitor that is capable of winning a medal here at the Grand Prix or winning maybe a medal at Europeans or World Championships. They're still discussing because, of course, we have the new rules also with the seonages, the reverse seonages. Sometimes you jump in with a seonage and your opponent rolls over on the other side. Well, then, it wasn't the purpose, but now he's getting the Shido for this reverse seonage. So this is one of the first times I saw this. Yeah. Look, he jumps in. Seonage.
Yeah.
And because you saw him like a small
turn,
attack, but also with the right leg. If you see the right leg, what he does with his right leg, that's why you can say that you see that he jumps in to the left, but the intention was to make the score to the right
on the other
side.
Yeah.
But in the end, it does not matter because the time is over and Wasari was already on the board for Sipoc. So it is the Hungarian in the semi-final for men over 100 kilograms fighting Nakamura. We just saw beating Kokauri with a really nice Uchigari. And on the other side we have Pumalainen. You mentioned him from Finland. Against Kim Min-young, the youngster from Korea. That's the other semi-final.
And we do have a semi-final taking place down on mat number 1. So let's go down there and take a look at that. It's Daniel Eich of Switzerland. He's up against Marko Kumric of Croatia. Eich in the white judogi, Kumric in blue. We joined the contest with only about 40 seconds gone. There's no score as yet. Eich it is, who's got Wasari on the board now. Yeah, that was the action that brought the score. Kim Ha-yun and Marit Kamps in the super heavyweight semi-final down on mat number 3. But here we got a second score from Daniel Eich, this time a little bit more conventional, a big hip technique. Maybe, yeah, Ogoshi from Daniel Eich puts him into the final. We've got a Repercharge Contest coming up next. German Andriev of France goes up against Christian Konoval, but we're going to go down to mat number 3 to have a look at the semi-final in the plus 78 kilo category. Kim Ha-yun of the Republic of Korea is up against Marit Kamps of the Netherlands. It's Kim in the white judogi, Kamps in blue. We join the contest with a little under 3 minutes left to go. There's no score as yet. If you want to watch one of the other mats, just click on 1 and you'll get Andriev and Konoval. If you click on 2, you'll get Beata Pakut and Iriskon Kurbanayeva. For us, we're down on mat 3, the semi-final between Kim and Kamps. Beata Pakut of Poland has won her quarterfinal against Iriskon Kurbanayeva of Uzbekistan. That puts Pakut into the semi-final. Kim looking for the Uchimata. That didn't come off. Almost came up with the turn there. Oh. Christian Konoval of the United States of America has just thrown German Andriev of France down on mat number 1 in that Repercharge contest. Not a bad little finish.
No.
For a big fella.
Good foot sweep.
Used his hands well at the end, once he got him going. Yeah, just chuck that across there a little bit. There's a breakdown on mat number 1 for a while before we get to see Martti Pumalainen. We may come back for that semi-final in the plus 100 kilo category. In the meantime, we'll finish off with Kim Ha-Yun and Marit Kamps, already into the golden score period. Uchigari left-sided from Kim. Kamps managed just to turn off that, and now got herself in a slightly awkward position, bent over and defensive. A couple of little stabs there from Kim, and the referee's going to have to give Kamps a penalty for that overly defensive posture. There you go. No choice, really. Needed to get her head up and out of there. Now it's Kim who's got that left arm extended, just pushed into the ribs of Kamps to keep her off. And again, Val van Nester, the referee, spotting that. Glad we're looking at exactly the same thing, because that was slightly away from him, but clear enough. A defensive action, trying to keep Kamps out. Kim picked up a penalty with a minute and 20-odd seconds into golden score. In the golden score period, first one to score will win. Well, I'm not sure if the referee would have allowed any more foot taps.
It's just kicking.
Yeah. For me, I think the second one was bad enough, but to give a third, that might have stopped that, because there's absolutely no chance whatsoever of coming up with a throwing technique from that.
For Kamps, it's important that she places her right arm, the right hand on the lapel every time she tries to hold her opponent there. Now she has the grip.
Got to be brave and go across with the right leg. You're halfway there.
You have to turn a little bit now. Yeah, because now you walk out the contest area.
Got away with that.
Yeah, she got away, but with 2 Shidos on the board, that's not the place you want to be. Then you have to turn, get your back to the contest area again.
It was a good opportunity to throw in a couple of attacks for Kamps whilst Kim was on her knees there. Just, you know, make yourself look busy. If you're finding it difficult standing up, you know, under normal circumstances, when the situation presents itself, at least look busy.
No, the tempo is too low.
Yeah. He's seen enough, I think. Oh, it's Kim who picks up the second penalty. Kamps hasn't done a great deal either. Wouldn't have been surprised if she'd picked up a penalty for passivity there. Got another chance now.
She has to put the right arm on the lapel, but every time, if she does this with a bit more energy, like starting with the left hand and then the right hand on the lapel, that makes it more easy. Now she is in the place where you don't want to be. So it's the Korean Kim who wins the semi-final. this is the moment where you feel you're in danger. You have to fight yourself out of this situation again. If you wait too long, then, well, this is what you can expect. Ouchigari.
Well, we are going to take a short break whilst they carry out the COVID-19 protocol. We'll be back. I think we normally take 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back. We're about to get underway with semi-final Repercharge contests, and we're going to go down to mat number 1. And the reason for that is that this is a semi-final. The contest that is taking place on mat number 2 is a Repercharge contest. And see, there was a good reason for going down there, wasn't it? You've got a big hip on. We know what we're doing. Poor old Marty Puumalainen was on the receiving end of a beautifully executed sit-down, low kataguruma, if you like.
And you see the katagurumas, and it's always fun to see when the heavyweights also doing techniques like this.
Now we do have another semi-final taking place down on mat number 3. However, the category is not the biggest category. Is that Inbal Lanier getting the decision down on mat number 1? And we've got another semi-final coming up now. It's Alice Belandi of Italy. She's going up against Lee Jong-un of the Republic of Korea. It'll be Belandi in the white judogi, Lee in blue. What we're not going to do is miss out on the George Fonseca, L.A. Smith III contest that's coming up on mat 2 after Beriashvili and Agbegninu on mat 2.
Yeah, and if we just saw, we mentioned this morning one of the favorites for me was Turchin from the Ukraine. But she lost her quarterfinal against Lee, but not because she was thrown, but she made an arm lock, what is not allowed. So they gave her Hansao Komake, and that's why we did not see her in the Repercharge as well.
Yeah, direct, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a shame.
Right, we're underway with the first of the semi-finals in the under 78 kilo category. Alice Belandi of Italy and Lee Jong-un of the Republic of Korea. Beriashvili has just buried Agbegninu. He's got some stuff about him, the Georgian boy.
Yep.
And he's looking, I mean, it's just a crowded category for the Georgians. He comes up with another slamming
big
Uranagi. The Georgians, I was going to say the Georgians searching for a replacement for their long-time captain, Libertiliani, and a talisman and everything, but they don't have to look that far, do they? Because they got plenty of competition in that weight category. Right, well, here we go then. We're going to go down to mat number 2. We're going to pick up the contest. We're right there at the beginning of the contest between Jorge Fonseca of Portugal in the white judogi and L.A. Smith III of the United States of America in blue. And with commentary on this, there's Dennis van der Kees. I know you can't wait to get into this.
It's just, how long does it take until he makes this shoulder throw? And you know that he's going to do this. On one side, the Seonage, and So I don't understand that L.A. Smith did not start this fight with his left arm out. No, just put his right arm out, giving Ponceca immediately the possibility to get into the Seoinage. You know, in every competition, in every fight he does this. Why not start with the left hand? No, just the right hand on the lapel there, breaking the grip. Ponceca jumps in. Stunning Ipondo, but that's something about game plans. And of course, Ponceca is one of the best fighters, of course, the reigning world champion. But still, you know, this is his Tokyo Asa. This is what he does every time in the first few seconds. Don't start with your right arm out. But okay, for L.A. Smith, it's a bronze medal contest. And that's also something that he did not achieve in many, many Grand Prix entries.
We're going to go down to mat number 3. The reason for that is we have not yet seen Konradshaw Ustapirian, the number 1 seed in the under 90 kilo category.
No, highest rank today.
So let's have a look at Ustapirian. He's up against Artem Bubier of Ukraine. It's Ustapirian in the white judogi, Bubier in blue. We joined the contest with a little under 3 minutes left to go. Bubier has picked up a single Shido. Here's Dennis.
Yeah, Ustapirian already many years on the circuit. Already won a few Grand Prix in his life, 3 to be exactly, and one time really close to medaling at the World Championships already a few years ago, 2015. He was a fifth place for him at the Worlds.
Umbabnik Indiai has just thrown Ushangi Kokari for Ippon.
Yeah,
we'll have a look at it here.
good counter.
Ustapirian is one of those old-fashioned hard men.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looks, when you close up to him, his whole face looks battered and his ears look bruised.
Yeah, a real warrior. But for me, let's go to Tatami 2, please, to the semi-final.
Well, Nakamura came up with a nice little finish after some pressure, didn't he?
Yep.
See what he's got to offer up here, yeah.
Through Kokauri with that Ouichigari, one-handed. Nakamura, who puts the most energy in the first minute. Quite easy, gets the grip he wants. Right hand there on the lapel. Now Sipoc is trying to defend. Holding the arm away, but it's back. Hand on the back for the Hungarian.
That's my shop in the background, little. May as well give our sponsors a plug. Notice the Portuguese team have got that on their judogi.
Double lapel grip from the Japanese, searching for a big entry. And Sipoc is just waiting, standing in the corner there. And for me, this is the moment to give Sipoc the Shido, but they get the Shido both. And of course, Nakamura is not doing a lot, but he looks a bit more active to me. So then you can also make the decision to give one of the two fighters a penalty. Slowly the kumikata from Sipoc is getting a little bit better. But it is Japanese again with an attack. 4 minutes gone. Shido each. Good effort again from the Japanese. He speeds up a little bit. You can see that he's the one who is a bit more energetic. This was for me a false attack, but I think, well, let's see what they decide. No, he gets away with it. just walks out. That has to be Shido for Sipoch. Yeah. Replay from the other tatami. For me, it looks like Sipoch, he doesn't really want it. It's a semi-final, but he has to put a bit more energy in it if he wants to win this semi-final. It's the Japanese who puts in a bit more. Third Judo for Sipoch, so it's Nakamura in the final. The semi-final for women under 78 kilograms. It's in the white judogi Paciut from Poland, and in blue Yoon from the Republic of Korea. The winner will be fighting Bellandi from Italy. Both fighters pick up a penalty. Strong grip by the Korean. Duazari scored by Yoon. First the Uchimata attempt. And then on one side. Pulled Paciut straight on her back. So a minute for the Polish to do something. It's for the Korean just too easy to get the grip she wants. This right arm on the lapel.
Just to let you know that in the quarter-final in the under 90 kilo category, Jesper Smink is leading down on mat number 3 in his quarter-final against Dorin Gotonowaga. That was what put the score on the board. Paciut with a bit of work to do in this last half minute if she's going to pull this Wazari back. 20 seconds, 24 seconds left to go. It's not dissimilar to the second score. There's another score down on mat number 3, and it's almost a carbon copy of the first. Kata Noaga going over to a big Osotogari and putting both hands down to protect himself. So Smink, a comprehensive win over Dorin Kata Noaga. We're back to the last seconds of Pakrutan Yun Hyunji.
And well, she was the stronger one in this final or in this semi-final. Not only scoring here on one side, there's some sort of katakuruma on one side, and but during the 4 minutes, every time she had the right grip and did not give Bachut a chance.
Right, we're going to take a short break whilst we tidy things up. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. We'll see you then.
Almada, território de muitos. Almada, território de muitos.
Welcome back to Almada in Portugal, just on the outskirts of Lisbon. In most cities, this would just be a suburb. I think they like to call this a place all on its own. All right, so Almada it is. We're about to get underway with the last of the contests in the prelims. And the first of these is a Repercharge contest in the under 90 kilo category featuring Artem Bubier of Ukraine. He goes up against Luri Mocanu of Moldova. Bubier in the white judogi, Mocanu in blue. This for a place in the bronze medal contest. Both fighters tall and leggy. Mocanu thought about the Sumigaeshi over on the right side, but he was moving to the left and couldn't set himself properly for that. Oh, he's had to tap. Bubier got caught there very, very quickly. That was on pretty sharp. And straight onto the arm. Missed the Sumigaeshi that I was talking about the first time round. A second Repercharge contest in the under 90 kilo category here. Imeda Gogoladze of Georgia goes up against Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldova. Gogoladze in the white judogi, Gotonoaga in blue. He's one of the most impressive fighters in the weight category, Gotonoaga. I really like him. Sometimes gets a rough draw. Things get difficult for him, but he can come up with some really super judo. Half the contest gone. Gogoladze with the lead at the moment. Nakamura not out of it. There's plenty of time to see how that came about. Both fighters low and bent over. A little Yoko Sutemiwaza. And then the roll to finish it off. Not the most attractive of executions, but good enough for the score. And I don't think Gogoladze is going to worry about how good it looked. Just whether or not it was effective and valid for scoring purposes. Both of those things were okay. And maybe I'm being a little bit harsh with how it looks. But, you know, you like to see a bit of class, don't you? And he goes for it again on the left side. Stops here, chance to work on the arm. Nakamura got a bit of defending to do here. It doesn't look as though that's going to come off. The referee also in agreement there and calls mate. 111 on the scoreboard. Those of you who know anything about English cricket will know that 111 refers to Nelson. Something happens when 111 comes on the board. Neil Adams is around at times. Always like to bring that up with him because his son plays cricket, so he should know all about it. Anyhow, he's not here this week. He'll probably join us in Paris next week. We'll have the pleasure of his company. Chance to work on the arm, speaking of Neil Adams. There's a chance for Gogoladze to extract that arm and apply the Juji Gatami. That didn't come off. Maybe he needs to watch a few more instructional videos. Nakamura, half a minute or so left to pull something back. Looks like a tall order at the moment. Of course, a win here gives you a shot at the bronze medal contest. Sumigeishi right side, it didn't come off. Unfortunately, a weak effort, which gives Gogoladze another opportunity to work on the ground. But really what opens up for him is a chance to burn some of the clock. And we're down to 19 seconds now, and it really is desperate stakes for the man from Moldova. Maybe 2 attacks. And Nesta just asking Gogoladze to tuck his gi in, and now he says, okay, let's do this properly. He's had a good outing here, I think. Val Van Nesta, the Belgian referee. They're not short of high-quality referees. The Belgians always manage to come up with someone who's good in the middle. And here comes Nakamura again as time ticks away. Got to go now if you want to get at least 2 attacks in. And Gogoladze will pick up a penalty for an overly defensive posture. It won't hurt him. It's only one Shirani. Ooh, well, one was for the overly defensive posture, and in the other one he could have gone for the gi. It's not going to really matter now. Nakamura's got to go now. He doesn't. Yeah. And the coach, for once, actually, is saying the right thing, which is he should have attacked earlier. He just didn't have it in him. Had run out of steam with 30-odd seconds left to go, to be honest. When it was at 38, he could have done something. Then it went very, very quickly down to 19 after that exchange on the ground. And by then, Nakamura's tank was empty. It's Gogoladze who goes in to the bronze medal contest. It's a 7th place finish for Nakamura. He's not, you know, out of the points. He does pick up some points, but not that will do him that good. We have 2 more contests left, and they're both semi-finals in the under 90 kilo category. The first of them features the number 1 seed, Komranshok Ustapirion of Tajikistan. He goes up against Christian Palati of Italy. It'll be Ustapirion in the white judogi, Palati in blue. Palati just catching his breath there after that exchange. Half the contest gone. Mr. Pirion almost at the point where the draw suggests that he should be. Number 1 seed should find himself in the final if things go to plan. As far as Palati is concerned, well, he came in here unseeded this morning, so he's already exceeded the expectations on paper. Yeah, not a bad little effort. However, as far as my expectations are concerned, I'm not surprised to find Christian Palati in and around the latter stages of this sort of competition. Rafael Machado went out in round 2, he number 2 seed. He lost to Gogaladze. Jesper Smink is still around. We'll see him in the second semi-final. He was seeded number 3. Number 4 seed, Goj Roland, lost to Christian Palati. So there you go. Maybe just a little bit of blood there. Komranshok Ustapirion just indicating to the referee the need to tidy up a little bit of blood from a cut to the finger, some kind of abrasion anyway. And I'm not sure that Palati was that pleased with having to be told by Ustapirion that he needed to tidy his finger up, but it doesn't matter who tells you, to be honest. Maybe he thought that Ustapirion wanted to do a bit of gamesmanship and take a break, but I don't think that he's that kind of play. He genuinely saw the cut there and just pointed it out. The fact that it also allowed him to have a bit of a break is an aside, a byproduct. And maybe a bit of gamesmanship. Anyway, so we've got a minute left to go, and it doesn't matter because Ustapirion then still picks up a penalty for an overly defensive posture, much to his surprise. Mariano dos Santos, the referee from Brazil, had hung on to that throughout the whole injury time break, and then rather surprised Ustapirion with the award of that penalty at the end. Caught him quite by surprise. Thought about the right-sided Osodagari and then goes left-sided Sode Tsurikomigoshi. 20-odd seconds left to go. I'm not sure. Ustapirion still looks busy, active, and the more likely of the two to score. Right-sided Tayatoshi that had Palati stepping over with his right leg to avoid going over. Nice shape to that as well from Ustapirion. Palati in danger of picking up passivity penalty because it's all Ustapirion at the moment. Better grip, lift with the leg. He's going to finish it off right on the stroke of time. What a time to launch an attack with 3 seconds left to go. Hit the deck with 1 second left to go, and by the time they rolled off, the gong had gone and it was all over. Heartbreaking for Ustapirion, but great finish from Christian Palati. It's Palati who takes his place in the semi-final. Ustapirion is going to have to come back and battle it out for a bronze medal, yeah. He let out some breath there, didn't he, Palati, realizing that he just squeezed the score out on the stroke of time. The clock is over in the corner, you can't really see it. There you go, 2 seconds were left on the clock when he launched that attack, or it really came to fruition, because by the time that his back had hit the mat, we got the gong. Slow burner, as David McFall used to say. I haven't seen Mr. McFall for quite some time, but maybe when we're out in Japan we'll catch up with him. He used to call that a slow burner. Right, on the mat now, Alex Kret of Romania goes up against Jesper Smink of the Netherlands. It's Kret in the white judogi, Smink in blue, and we're delighted to have returning to us just in time to see his countryman, Dennis van der Kees. Good afternoon, Dennis.
Yes, and I said this morning for Smink that there was a big chance for him to get into this semi-final. Well, here he is.
Number 3 seed this morning. He beat the Latvian in the second round, Zarudnevs, and then Gotanoaga in the quarterfinal. Dorin Gotanoaga, he's a good boy from Moldova. That is a good talent. And now here against the Romanian in the semi-final.
Yeah, for him, it's for Smink, it's important. Of course, we have no elephant end.
Yeah.
Also,
waiting in the final is Christian Palati of Italy. He overcame Comransho Ustapirion in a really nice nice battle where, with 2 seconds left on the clock, he launched an attack and came up with a good score. So that's who the winner of this contest will face. Yeah, that's a big ask, isn't it, for Smink to overcome someone of the quality of Noel van der End. Got to deal with the home opposition first.
Yeah, but he has the skills. He's yeah, well, it could be a really interesting 2.5 years.
Indeed.
In this category for the Dutch team.
I think it's also going to be interesting in the 100 kilos.
Oh. Wazari on the board for the Romanian.
Just about squeezed out that on the landing because Smink was looking to turn off it. We'll get that in the replay. He knows he's going over here. No, there's no way of getting off that. He's got to be turning into his opponent, if anything. He couldn't turn away because he'd have been flat on his back. So that was very difficult. Here he goes again.
Yep. So it's the Osotagari and then straight with the other leg.
Yeah, very quickly, Dennis. That 100 kilo also looks a bit tricky for the Dutch.
Yeah, well, well, it's also good to see that in a few categories we have more than one person who is capable of winning medals at the highest level. Because then they also make each other better. Oh, rolled over his head. Yeah, just enough on the side, so no problem there. Well, the fight continues. We are still watching the replay. Here it is. So, what can Smink do? The Wazari is on the board for his opponent. This is a good Ouchigari, but that just turned. But this is a big ippon from Smink. The same technique again, the Ouchigari, but twisted to the other side. So it's the final for the Dutchman. Look at this Ouchigari. And then completely the other way around. Good score.
Not quite sure what they're looking at.
Me neither.
Looks all right to me. Ouchigari, nice turn. No hands below the belt in the execution.
The only thing I can think of is maybe if they want to give Ippon or Rosari. Yeah.
I'm thinking Ippon.
Yes, Ippon, yeah. So it's Smink who wins his semi-final. One-sided, Ouchigari straight to the other side.
Yeah, good call. She saw it immediately. Anna Safarikova. And I don't think there was much doubt about that, do you? Could have been something else that had happened before that they
we
wanted
did not
to
know.
look at.
No,
yeah.
for the score it was quite obvious.
Right, okay, we're going to have a quick wrap-up of what we've seen today. We'll start with the under 78 kilo category for women. The final is Hyunji of the Republic of Korea. She goes up against Alice Balandi of Italy. So in her first move up, Balandi makes it into the final.
Yeah, well, that's good to see, and I think she was really strong the whole day. Yoon, I did not expect her to be in the final. It was Pachut, highest ranked today, but she lost in the semi-final against the Korean. So definitely a good final there. And if we look at the 90s, well, we saw Christian Palati, of course, one of the stronger 81 kilogram fighters, but now is fighting under 90. I don't know if he makes the switch to 90, but here he is now in the final against Jesper Smink, his first time in a Grand Prix final.
I like Smink, and you mentioned him this morning. There is enough about him. There's enough attractive judo in there for me to think that he's the one in the final to look out for.
Yeah, and you know, with Noël Fontaine as a former world champion, it's of course difficult for him to get over him in our country. But yeah, well, you can do it in one way, and that's winning medals, and he's in the final, so this is a big chance for him to maybe get a gold medal. Palati, of course, is a real strong opponent.
Dennis van der Geest makes a really good point, that being that, hey, you could, let's say you lost in the national championships to your opponent every time. You can do it outside. Win all the big medals somewhere else. That's a hell of a lot more important than taking the national championships.
Yeah, that's why I never understand if there are countries that decide who to go when they're fighting each other. I think Jesper Smink already won against Noël Fontaine, but in the end, the most important thing is not winning from each other, but winning from abroad to other fighters.
Tell us about the under 100 kilo category. The final, Georges Ponceca up against Daniel Eich.
Yes, Eich. Did not see so much of him. I think, well, this morning we did not expect him to be in the final. Ponceca, it was quite obvious, especially when Sherazadishvili lost his first round. So it was Ponceca. He showed some really good techniques, especially in the semi-final also. That was really fast. Against L.A. Smith, well, we discussed him. He was in so many Grand Prix, so many Grand Slams, and now he is in his final block, and he has a big chance of winning his first medal. But then he has to win against Karimli from Azerbaijan.
And he's got some nice judo, Karimli, to be honest.
That will be difficult.
And let's take a look at the plus 100 kilo category then. Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura.
Against Kim.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Kim right from the get-go this morning.
Well, Kim is still 21. He was, I think, 19 or 18 years old that he already won a bronze medal at the World Championships for seniors. So definitely one of the stronger heavyweights. Was battling with the other Kim, the older Kim, who would be the number one in their country. But he looked really strong today. And,
Kim Sung-min.
Yes, yes. And it's good to see. I think it is time for him to make one more step. Already bronze medalist. Afterwards, I did not see him fighting very well sometimes in the competitions, but today he's looking really strong.
Okay, it is 2:30 here now in Almada in Portugal. We're going to be back at 5 o'clock with all the medal matches. But from Dennis van der Geest and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye.